Hello, everyone. Welcome to Off the Charts, episode 339. My name is Dan, and I shall be your host once again. So, cheers to you all. Before we start off, if you do like this type of content, please like and subscribe. Tell your friends, hit the little thumbs up and little bell to be notified when I publish new and exciting content like this. So, first things first, I'm here to talk about vinyl grails. So my friend Steve from Rock and Metal Invasion did a nice little, and I'll put the link on the bottom. Check it out. It's actually pretty interesting, which kind of like, it's something I wanted to do. So I'll put the link on the bottom for his episode. Now, I'm going to be talking here about vinyl grails that I have gotten over the past year. So it was no secret. Last May, we were all laid off here where I was working. That's all I'm going to say about that for now. So I had some little money left over. So I'm like, you know what? Might as well. I got time. Let's search for grails. So what is a vinyl grail? And like my friend Steve from Rock and Metal Invasion, he says he doesn't use the term grail, and neither do I. This is just basically for this episode. To me, I usually call it a rarity or, basically a rarity. But what is a vinyl? In the world of vinyl record collecting, a grail refers to a highly sought after, usually rare and or valuable record that a collector has been searching for or dreaming of acquiring for a long time. It's the object of their quest, a piece that represents a significant goal in their collecting journey. Okay, so basically it's a vinyl record that's either very rare, hard to find, most of the time expensive. Okay, and another reason, and I'm going to talk about a grail that I've been wanting for a long time. My friend Steve has it, and I don't. And it's actually a great album, I find. And okay, well, first of all, I'm gonna explain myself. So I'm talking about Blue Murder, Nothing But Trouble. If you go to Real Gone Music, they have just announced that this will be having a vinyl release in June. So I was like, oh my God. And by the way, Real Gone Music takes suggestions. I sent them an email, like, it was a pretty, not that big email there, but big enough there. Real Gone Music has been doing great work, releasing at least, I would say, one vinyl or grails, I guess, stuff that's been rare or out of print. They've been doing a great job in doing that, and it's considered an official release. So, yeah, to me, a grail. I mean, Steve has the grail. Okay, he's got this on vinyl. I'm gonna get myself a copy of what do you call that? A reissue. Okay, which is fine by me. I try to stay away from unofficials. I really do. I have a few upstairs, but one of them I'm getting rid of there. It's not for me. Okay, no judgment. If you guys are into unofficials, that's fine. It's just not for me. So yeah, it's been announced that this will be issued on vinyl for the first time. So I was like, yes. So this was announced a few days ago. I got the email. I pre-ordered it. It was probably less than 2 minutes later, and I wish I was kidding with the time stamp. So anyway, really, really excited. So if you guys are interested, Real Gone Music has this available for pre-order on a double vinyl. So if you're interested, there you go. All right, so we're gonna go through a bunch of I've got a lot. Like and more on that there. I mean, most of these are worth a lot of money if you look on Discogs. Now, if not all of these I paid for, and I'll explain myself with each. But you gotta. I had the time, like I said, having no job. I said, I had plenty of time on my hands searching for these records. Okay, so I have myself a wish list on Discogs, and then I take that wish list and I go and look on the internet. Sometimes eBay, Discogs. Sometimes people um, put for sale items that they don't realize how expensive or how much they're worth. They're just literally trying to get rid of a whole bunch of stock that they have at their house. Or they're aware of it, but they're putting the price a little bit lower just because they want to get rid of the stock. And there's some people that are literally trying to get the full price out of certain items. So I'm here to tell you that if you've got the time, don't just simply buy it off of Discogs just because you see it on a price. Search around, but it's this type of search you gotta literally do. I don't want to say every day, but it wouldn't hurt to start searching for said grails. You never know what you're gonna find, and this is. I mean, some of them I paid the price. Some of them I'm actually pretty proud to say I found some guy that was either trying to unload them, and some I got for free slash one. We'll get to that. So first one here is, I mean, I wasn't. I'll consider it a grail. It's actually worth a pretty penny there, but it wasn't even what I was searching for. So I do enjoy the Swedish band, heavy band, Drain STH, which was a bunch of was an all female fronted 4 member band. And then I started looking through Discogs, and I noticed that the drummer from Drain STH was in this band here, Aphrodite. This is an EP with 5 songs on it. And I believe each song are repeated. Yeah, both songs there's 5 songs on each side. All 5 songs, well, there's 10 songs that just side A and side B are exactly the same. So by searching, and like I said, I love to find everything I can regarding Drain STH on vinyl. Fortunately, it doesn't exist, but I did manage to find Martina Axon, who is the drummer for Drain STH. She was an Aphrodite, so I managed to find this, and it was one of those rare. When you're on Discogs and you put that on your wish list, it's not available in the marketplace, and one day you get an email saying it's now available. Sometimes I jump on it right away. Sometimes the price wasn't too expensive, but it wasn't cheap. Okay, there's worse ones here. Okay, so Aphrodite, just an EP, self-titled EP. Styles are all over the place. I mean, I would get this if you're a fan of Drain STH and you want to get all their stuff. Okay, that's basically what this album is here. Okay, and then this one here. This one can cost a pretty penny, but for some reason. Oh, and you gotta. Sometimes there's a certain seller. I forget what his name is. He always grades his vinyl. This is on eBay, by the way. He's from, was it Japan or some Asian country? But his description is always the same. It's like almost like very good or very good plus, something like that, and says can have scratches, but all his descriptions are the same. And anyway, this next one here, I got this was a very good. Same thing, had possible scratches on it, which is Badlands Voodoo Highway. This is actually worth a lot, like basically like between $200 and $300. I got it for less than that because of this guy that I've known. I don't know him personally, but I've seen how he works and how he puts his stuff on eBay. And they're always the same, whether they're near mint or poor, or, well, between very good and near mint, they're all the same. I've tried him a few times and never was disappointed. No skips at all. And here we go with this one. This will never be reissued, according to, if you know, you know about Ray Gillen, the singer. He's done some pretty shitty things, and Atlantic will never ever reissue this again. This is from what I heard there, because of what he's done in the past, which is unfortunate because these Badlands album, especially the third one, which doesn't exist on vinyl, probably never see the light of day. But these first two vinyl Badland albums, they're very much in demand. Especially this one can go for a very big price. But again, you gotta search, guys. If you search for that, by the way, was a friggin' ice cube that just cracked. I don't know if you guys heard that, but we'll see in the video replay. Anyway, Badlands Voodoo Highway. Very hard to find at a good price. Very difficult. That one, I was on my wish list for a good 2 years, and I just got lucky with one guy one time. All right, this one here. If you're a fan of Britney Fox, then this one came out. I do have it on everything here. By the way, I have, well, Badlands I have on CD. This one I also have on CD. When the singer from Britney Fox's first two albums left or got fired, depends again who you ask. They went and made Black Eyed Susan, which I did enjoy. The song None of It Matters. Does this sound like Britney Fox? No, not even close. Okay, it's a completely different band, which is cool by me. Sometimes I guess you want something the same, but sometimes you want something a little bit different. This is totally different. Is this on my turntable every day? No. Do I enjoy the album? Yes. Do I love it? No. Okay, but I do enjoy it a lot. So this is another one here I wanted here, Black Eyed Susan, Electric Rattlebone. I do remember when this came out, actually, and enjoying the video for None of It Matters. So, and see, he's not even going by, he's only going by Dean Davidson, the singer, which was Dizzy Dean Davidson back when he was in Britney Fox. So that's another one I found here, Electric Rattlebone. This one wasn't cheap, wasn't, again, all these albums are not nowhere near the maximum price that you find on Discogs. Next one here is actually pretty funny, where a guy on Facebook, some sort of marketplace, was asking, it was apparently mint, never opened, was asking $900 for this. I'm like, is he freaking nuts? I paid, it was a near mint, and this is actually very, I mean, there's a little punch hole, well, not completely through. But anyway, it's Chelsea. You're like, who the fuck is Chelsea? Well, this is a young Peter Criss before he was in Kiss. This is the only reason I have this. But I know where, whoever sees this for $900, you're getting screwed. You can get this for about $120 Canadian, okay, with shipping, okay, just to give you an idea of how not $900 I paid for this is ridiculous. I had a good laugh though. So yeah, you can see the condition's actually pretty good here. So it's not easily available, this one. I'll say that really. But if you're a Kiss fan and you want everything Kiss related, well, this is one that you need to have in your collection. So Chelsea. Is it good? No. Well, it's not my type of music, let me put it that way. It's not that it's not good or bad there. Okay, this next one is, it's a Grail, but it's not easy to find this version. And this artist has gone and re-released, I believe, this album with some extra stuff, but I did not want that one. And for some, I found this album on a Facebook group, which I am part of, but it's only for Canadian sellers or buyers, I guess I should say there. Anyway, Andy Curran, License to Love, I believe is the name. No, see, this License to Love is a song. So I had the CD. I don't know where the hell it went. I don't know what happened. But man, I used to love that song, No Tattoos. This is actually a great album I do find there. I got it off that Facebook group. He sells Grails basically, okay, on vinyl. And I used to love that one song, but again, for some reason I don't have the CD anymore. So when I saw this for sale, again at a decent price, I'm like, yeah, I want that. So apparently I made a few people mad. This type of group on Facebook is literally first come, first serve. So Andy Curran, great one. I know he did reissue it on vinyl. It's a red cover with some sort of devil, with like the typical cartoon devil with the little twirly mustache and twirly beard and red, and wears a a tuxedo, but it's all red. That type of, I think it looks like that. So anyway, it's available, but I wanted this version and very happy to have this. So that's another one I got in the past year. Okay, this next one was I'm not going to say the price there, but it was probably the priciest one I got, and I was on a mission to have all the Dangerous Toys albums, so I did finally get Hellacious Acres. Let me put it this way. Well, I didn't pay as much as you probably, I'm not gonna say how much I did there. But it's not as much as probably you all think. You gotta search for some, but again, this was the most expensive one that I got. So Dangerous Toys, Hellacious Acres. Now I have all four Dangerous Toys albums on vinyl. This one is not easy to find either. It's the prices up there. Yeah, everything. I got the original insert and all that. So they go Dangerous Toys, Hellacious Acres is another one, and it's not even my favorite. Not even close. Probably my least favorite of their discography, but whatever. To each his own there. All right, this next one. So I got this because I was like, there's no way I'm going to get all these albums. Then Real Gun Music went and released the first Firehouse album. So then I saw this one at a good price. I mean, this thing can go up to, I believe it was in the 200s. Again, that's not what I paid for this one here. The sound is good. You can hear the crackle on this one a little if you really pay attention there, but still sounds perfect. My favorite Firehouse album here. So yeah, when the plan was to reissue the first, so I'm like, fine, I can take that one off of my wish list and concentrate on getting this one here. And yeah, here we go. Here we are with Firehouse's second one here. Hold Your Fire. Very happy to have found this one also. So there you go. Okay. Yeah, there's a few that's coming up there that I actually won, which actually makes up for all the money I spent on the other ones there. All right. So this one here, I simply wanted it just because I have this on CD. Not sure what the big deal is regarding this band. I find it's good. Do I think it's great? No. So, Kick Tracy, No Rules. Found a good seller that was selling it at a decent price. Also, this one is also very hard to find. But I mean, yeah, if you like these guys, yeah, it's a great album. I just think they're good. So, but I wanted this one in my collection. You know, it's been a while since I've having my eye on this. There again, you find someone that's not taking advantage of all these buyers as much as most are. So there you go. Kick Tracy, No Rules is another one that I got. Decent album. Okay, this one, I can't believe I actually bought it twice. Well, technically three times. So I have an unofficial, which is one I'm trying to get rid of. Then I got a second version. It was pretty cheap, and I got my money back. And with that money back, I went and got this version here. And which pisses me off, it actually is being reissued right now as we speak. You can get this album on vinyl. So Kix Hotwire is available now as a reissue. Forget from where, just got to Google the name there. But I started with, when I first started doing vinyl, I had one, the unofficial Kix Hotwire, which I wasn't aware of really how officials worked and all that. I thought, oh look, Kix Hotwire, and I was like, oh fuck, this is not an official one. Then a guy sold me one on eBay, no, on Discogs, and I was like, okay, the price is actually way too good here compared to, this is actually going for almost $500, guys. Okay, no, I didn't pay for that. I didn't pay $500 for this. So I got one copy. I think there was a skip on song one, maybe two skips. I cleaned it. I did the best I could. Couldn't get rid of the skips. So the guy reimbursed me, but partially. So I sold it to my buddy, and then I got a better version. And now in hindsight, I should have waited, because now there's a. But again, did nowhere near pay $500. Everything I paid here is literally under 200. Okay, so Kix Hotwire. This one is actually very expensive to find. The original. This is an original, but yeah, it's being, again, if you're a vinyl collector like I am, and you don't mind if it's an original or an official reissue, not an unofficial. But yeah, there is an official reissue that you can order right now. I think I'm not sure if it's a pre-order or if it's already live, but yeah, Google it. You can find this album here for sale at a very good price. Reissue. There you go. Kix Hotwire. That one I really wanted there. To me, that's a grail. Okay. Okay, this one here. Funny story attached to it. So I had the one album by this band. This one was never. I put it in my wish list on Discogs, and it's hardly ever there. Except this one day it appeared, and literally, yoink! The second it got put on there, I went and bought it. Okay, I was that guy. So this is Phantom Blue, Built to Perform. And what's funny is, whoever posted this posted it at still a fairly decent price. But long story short, a listener here, we'll call him Dave, introduced me to Nicole Couch, which is on Facebook, and she accepts friend request. Anyway, she had posted that this album she does not own on vinyl. And she was like, I can't believe I have to pay. And this was over a mint or near mint copy was valued at 300 euro, I think. 200 or 300 euro, something like that. And I was like, oh shit. And then I was like, and then some guy was like, yeah, it was available on Discogs. And then it wasn't there anymore, and I'm like, shit, they're probably talking about me. Yeah, so that one it was on a whim. I wanted this album badly. So yeah, Phantom Blue, Built to Perform. Even the main band player from Phantom Blue doesn't even own this on vinyl. And she's like, I can't believe I have to go and through eBay to find this one here. So anyway, Phantom Blue, Built to Perform. Not easy to find. It's never available on Discogs. It's always like not available in Marketplace. So that one I was been searching for. This is one of the rare times I didn't really bother haggling. I just went yoink, buy. So there you go. Now we're coming onto, so this next one actually won. So how this works is that Facebook, it's a private group, Facebook group that you can join. Hey, this guy will buy, I guess, records from all over the world and blah blah. And sometimes, well, there's two groups. Okay, I've won on both. I'm not gonna say who's who there, but yeah, I've managed to. Actually, I don't. If you're in Canada, you can send me a message. If you're interested in getting into this group there, this Facebook group there, but only if you're Canadian. Like, he's strict on that. He doesn't ship to anywhere else in the world. He only ships to within Canada. So having said that, he does, or they do, a lot of raffles. So you pay $10 a pop, and these are considered, again, grails depending on the price. So these ones, I would say, when I do raffles, I probably spend between 20, maximum $40, so like 4 spots on for these grails. These raffles to win a grail. So this next one was actually one that I won. So I remember the name, and that's about it that I know. So Sleaze Bees, Screwed, Blued, and Tattooed. Yeah, I was actually proud to win this, and I was like, I knew the name. One friend of mine had the cassette of this back in high school, but yeah, this is actually one that I just realized side A and then side B is in the B, Bzz, that type of B there. But anyway, yeah, won this one off a raffle, so that was actually pretty cool. Would I have spent them? No, not even this one. I mean, it was good. I did enjoy it, but would I spend the money for this one here? No, it's not good enough to spend the full money for that. Okay. This next one here was actually a surprise. This wasn't too expensive. I wouldn't say it's a grail, but it was part of that big thing that I did there this past year. So Sons of Angels. I enjoyed it. Do I think it's the best thing since Tits? No, not even close. But I do remember this album cover, seeing it many times. Yeah, so Sons of Angels is another one that I got in the past year. Just from every time, well, you guys have probably, I don't know if you've seen my Instagram post, my post of a vinyl of the day every day, but I also get a lot of ideas from people there also. It's not just from my friends here that, like, like Steve, when he'll post something on his channel there, I'm like, oh, I don't have that. Not just him, there's a lot of people who post on Instagram and he posts these. That's how I found out about this one here. So Sons of Angels, not super expensive, not super rare, grailish, not to a point, but I was actually surprised at how good this was here. So there you go, Sons of Angels, self-titled is another one I got in the past year. Okay, this next one. I remember this guy on Discog tried to sell me this one copy. He was like, oh, I think it's an unofficial. I'm like, well, I don't want it. But then I found it on. This one was actually an eBay one where I found it at a decent price. So South Gang, Tainted Angel. Yes. I had this on CD at the time, and sold it to my friend Steph, and here I am with another copy. Probably because I got into Marvelous 3, which is, oh boy. I know he's in Marvelous 3. I just don't know between these two which one's Butch Walker. I know he's not in Marvelous 3, so I'll assume these three are Marvelous 3. I don't know who Butch Walker is between those two. Yeah, sorry. But anyway, would I have paid the full price for this? No, not even close. I did not like this one enough to. But yeah, I'm glad I have it. Let me just put it that way. It was on my wish list again, so there you go. So South Gang, Tainted Angel. Next one. This one I actually won again, part of those raffles. Here, I'll show you there. So Spread Eagle. I think it's just called Spread Eagle, yeah. Self-titled. Is considered another Grail. They're good. Do I love these guys? No. Would I've paid the price for it? Like, to me, I'm glad I won this one here. And when I go into, when I try to do these raffles, I mean, I try to look for stuff that I would like, but I also, there's more than one prize. It's probably like 10 grails you can win on those raffles. It's not just for one, like, it's not like, all right, I'm just going to raffle off Spread Eagle. It's like, I'm going to raffle off 30 spots for a raffle, and you have 10 choices of grails to pick if you win. So I chose this one just because I knew how rare this one was here. So yeah, Spread Eagle, that's another one that I won. And not, some people are, one of my friends is like, fuck, you won again? Oh yeah, look at this one. I won this one here too. This is one I found so annoying back in the early 90s. But I only took this one because of its rarity. So this version only exists on CD with this cover. So Steelheart's first album. The other one that's available on vinyl is like more angular. It's like gray red. That one. But this is the original cover, Steelheart. Would I have paid? And apparently this got reissued. My friend Kevin from Sonic Boom TV sends me pictures. Like, yeah, this just got reissued on vinyl. I'm like, well, that's okay because I won it. So I really am not a fan of this band that much. There, I mean, they are better than what I remembered. Okay, I used to fucking hate this band. Now I just tolerate them. How about that? But yeah, pretty proud to have won this one here. So Steel Heart, self-titled. Can't stand the singer's voice. But my goal is to have all hair metal. I'm going to have to swallow my pride a little bit for a few albums there. There's one that I got the past week and I didn't even tell my friends. I was too ashamed. So, but I got it at a very good price. I was like, I couldn't say no. That's all I'm leaving it to that. By the way, my friend Steph, Concert Steph, doesn't like it when I whisper. He thinks it's creepy as fuck. All right, I'm done. All right, this next one here also I won from another Facebook group. And it actually made me get one of their later albums. So Tora Tora, Surprise Attack. I still remember seeing Walking Shoes. I freaking love that song. But yeah, the pretty cool album right here. There's another one that I won off of a raffle. I mean, yeah, you got to pay for raffle tickets, yeah. But these albums that are like worth between 150 to 200 bucks. If you're lucky, you can spend 10 bucks. I do it max to 40 depending on how expensive the grail is. This one was probably like 2 spots that I bought, but Tora Tora, Surprise Attack. There you go. That's another one right there I got. This is all alphabetical, by the way, if you haven't figured it out by now. So we're in the T's now. I have 1, 2, 4 left. It was an expensive year, huh? This is actually the first one I got, I don't know why, I friggin' love the video or the song for this there. But yeah, it's Trouble Tribe, and Something Sweet is the name of the album. But I saw the video for a Tattoo. I'm like, man, that's actually pretty freaking good. Love this one. This is actually the first one I decided to. This year, 2024, and part of 2025 was going to be the year of Dan's Grails. Well, this was actually number one, the first one that got me into saying, yeah, I'm going to get a few of these Grails there. So, Trouble Tribe. I mean, this is an ugly album cover, even though there's a naked chick. I'm gonna say, yeah, she's very A-cuppy, but yeah, still, it's not the girl. It's just the word trouble and tribe is so, it's shit. Let's just leave it at that. Next up, okay, this one I keep getting into arguments, not friendly arguments, but I keep seeing it to seeing. I won this one. I'm very proud to say I won this one. I would never pay money for this band here. I paid for the raffle ticket. That's about it. But Vain, No Respect. Now, what I find funny is I saw this past weekend for $40. Okay, when this is going, I mean, I didn't check the record to see if it's scratched or what, or probably there was probably no insert inside it there. I don't find that this band to be that great, to be honest. There, it's okay there, but yeah, this was going for like $160 here, but I won it in a raffle. Happy about that one too. So Vain, No Respect. Would I buy anything from them? I mean, if it was $10, sure. No, but I'm not buying anything. I don't really care for this band that much there. So Vain, No Respect. Considered a grail, but yeah, congratulations to me. I won this one. That's another one. Two more. All right, this one here is literally me. See this, actually, and okay. So I put my friend Steve's link for his the episode regarding the Grails, but I think you should go see an episode where he's talking about collecting hair metal, and you need to have everything. Okay, this is not a hair metal band per se. It's one of my favorite bands, but this is considered by most fans. This would be basically the sore thumb of their discography. So you guys know how much I love the Wild Hearts. Well, I finally found Endless Nameless on effing vinyl. And it's almost like that Nitro album. When I did my episode regarding Nitro's first album, where I would get it just because it's a great conversation piece. This is the same type of music where this doesn't really sound like the Wild Hearts that you know. But it's something. It's unique. It's not for everyone. I think my friend Pascal and Steph were here, and I put like a couple of seconds worth. It goes, yeah, that's gonna give me a headache really quick. Yeah, it's very trebly, hardly any bass, almost like Nine Inch Nails. Very noisy album. Let me put it that way. But I now have it on vinyl. No, I'm not done collecting Wild Hearts on vinyl. I know, like I keep talking about it, but I told you guys, these guys will put Halloween, Iron Maiden, and Wasp to shame when it comes to bonus tracks. So yeah, I'm not done yet. But anyway, as studio albums go, this was, well, I'm missing an EP, whatever. It's as official studio albums go, this is the only one that I was missing. I finally got it again at a decent price. This one fluctuates. I noticed that there's some good prices. This is another one of this Japan or Asian country where that guy is using the same template to describe all his vinyls that he's selling on eBay. So I forget what the name of the guy is, but it's his description. If this helps you, the description's written in red. Okay. So the Wild Hearts Endless Nameless is another one I found this past year. Very happy to find that one. And last one. This was the only one that I was missing from this band. And I was lucky again. This was actually an auction that actually I won this, but Y&T Face Melter. This is not an easy one to find also. And it's still, well, this is a limited edition, 358 of 500. So not many copies were made of this here. Night of the Vinyl Dead. Love this album, by the way. This is great. But yeah, this was the only one I was missing from Y&T. And I'm a completist. I'm a sucker for that. Yeah, Face Melter, Y&T. Got it just because I wanted all Y&T albums. So there you go. That is my... Do you have any Grails that you proudly own? I am still on the lookout for certain ones. I mean, I got my wish list, but anything over... I would say 200, but I mean, let's be realistic here with no job. 150 is probably between 150 to between 150 and 200 is, depending on the rarity of the album, is how high I would go for this there. But yeah, I'm going to proudly say that everything that I've bought there was always lower than what Discogs was advertising it for the price. But you got to search. You got to search for these things. You got to be lucky. Like, just to give you an example, when I worked, but before the pandemic, we used to go to work, and literally in the back of the building, the parking lot, was a used record store. Every break I went, well, once a day, I went to this record store, and I literally found, because you gotta shop for these types of things basically every day, or go look, because used vinyl is, I mean, it's a hot commodity depending on what the vinyl is. Now, hard rock metal, especially anything in the late 80s to early 1990s, is very sought after by collectors, okay? So sometimes people will go and sell these albums. I mean, the first Dangerous Toys, $20 was at that store. Like, you just gotta go there every day. So that's the same thing with eBay and Discog. You gotta search, and hopefully you'll find a lucky, and I want to use the word sucker, but a lucky person that probably doesn't realize what he's got in his hands. And most of the time, these people just don't either realize what they have with them, or they probably do. They put it at a high price, but not as high as they could get it. They just want to get rid of a whole bunch of stock. And that's where I come in and swoop in and get those types of... So yeah, it's just, you got to be patient for these types of grails. If you can't just go and say, today I'm gonna buy Badlands Voodoo Highway, let's say, and I'll buy it. You gotta, it's almost like gambling, or like stocks, selling stocks. You're like, okay, you're gonna sell the stocks today, like at this time. Well, same thing with these types. You're like, okay, I think this is probably the best deal I'll be able to find regarding this album. I guess I should buy it or whatever, if you really want it, obviously, there. But yeah, it's like I said, the only advice I could tell you is like you gotta search. I'm not gonna say every day, but I mean it wouldn't hurt. But just look at your make yourself a wish list. I made myself one in the Discogs, and when I think about it, I go and put that certain word and put it to see what Google gives. And sometimes you got these weird websites. Some are bad websites. I've got caught. I've always got my money back though. But yeah, it's just I mean, good luck out there finding these because they're not going to get cheaper. I can probably I'm not going to guarantee that, but well, close. So anyway, that is my grails that I've gotten in this past year. That was my mission to get as much grails as I could find. So some of them were expensive, some of them were not expensive at all. Some of them I was lucky, but every one of those was part of a wish list that I made myself on Discogs just by either looking at other people's channels and noticing that this exists, or I lost my train of thought. What the fuck? Anyway, so that is my anyway, just don't give up, guys. If you're looking for Grail's original pressings, it's a tough job, but you gotta if you're wanting to save money, you're gonna have to work. You're gonna have to search. So that's pretty much the advice I can tell you for that there. So those are that's basically I mean, there's other grails I have upstairs there. Like I said, use the term grail. I just use that's a rarity. Okay, that's basically how and to me, that is price and availability all in one. So there you go, a rarity. That's how I see it. Anyway, enough of my yapping here. On that note, thank you guys for watching, and we shall see you guys next episode. Take care. Bye bye.